Distributed Intelligence Agency, Quartian Homeworld, 5 months, 1 week, and 5 days after Pulse. Agent 1. The information they provided was accurate. Agent 2. They didn't even have a single person at the location. Agent 1. How could they? We just gave them warp technology. They use actual nuclear warheads to push ships around. Agent 3. The captain mentioned something about an internet. Is it a massive intelligence agency similar to our distributed system? We need more information as to how they determine the exact address of the saboteur and the organization behind the sabotage. Agent 1. Agreed. Agent 3. Tell the probe team lead to ask them about this internet, specifically what the main purpose is and what government agency runs it. Agent 3. Right away. After assembling the information package, Agent 3 walked out of the DIA, mind racing. Although it was against protocol to personally reveal himself to civilians, this was a matter of utmost importance, and he was not going to entrust this to anyone else. Getting to his personal transport, he typed in the address to the team leader's home. 30 minutes passed quickly as he reviewed the files. They were already investigating suspicious activities around the launch site, but were unable to find anything. The only information they had about this situation was that the probe had been sabotaged and that the humans had been sent all the information pertaining to the construction and execution of the space probe. And within 3 days, the internet had pointed them to the right direction. Everything was correct. Although the conclusion was impossible to believe and almost thrown out as an elaborate prank, it was decided to give the humans the benefit of the doubt and at least do due diligence. The DIA sent a low-level agent to the suspect's home to find evidence of being connected. He found a cache of weaponry which would rival a small militia, cultist propaganda, and about 50 pounds of heavily encrypted paper documents. Arriving at the team leader's house, he walked to the door and rang the bell. He heard footsteps and, "Coming!" The door opened. "Hello?" "Are you Carr?" "Yes." Flashing his badge. "This is Agent 3 of the DIA. We need to talk." "Oh, well, come on in then, I guess." After he explained the situation, Carr nodded. "I can understand why this is such a predicament. To be honest, they never really explained what the internet was to me either. I just assumed it was one of their government agencies. You can come in today when we contact them, and I'll ask about it for you. I'm scheduled to head to work in about an hour anyways." "Thanks for understanding. We need to know how they could be so effective without personally investigating anything." Probe Team Control Room. "Hey guys, this is Agent 3 from the DIA. He's here to ask some questions of the humans." "Hello. I'm basically going to be writing some questions down, and I'm going to get Carr here to ask them to the humans. Please don't talk about me being here to the humans for now." "Got it. Establishing connection now. This is Communications Officer Dave Davidson of the Torch. How's it going?" "Hey Dave, this is Carr. We're doing well. I actually have a question about how you guys solved our problem so quickly, without doing a real investigation. What exactly is the internet? Is it some sort of government agency?" Dave scratched his chin. "The internet? Where do I start? Well, some of it is lightly regulated by the government. Most of the internet is not really governed by anyone. The internet, official name being the Internet of Things, is basically a bunch of computers from everywhere on Earth connected together. When connected together either through a wireless or wired connection, it forms a network of people who can talk to each other. Most of the internet is text-based, but direct voice and video like what we're using is very possible. And with warp-augmented transceivers, we now have direct links between our space colonies now, and can live text and stream video with everyone." "Okay, so how many people are within this network?" "Well, almost everyone in the Sol system has some form of personal computer, being a personal mobile device such as a laptop or cell phone, so I'd say maybe 12 billion people have access to information sent by each other. Almost all information made public is accessible via the internet, instantly. Basically, there's places called websites which are used to navigate the internet and access said information. There's a website we call Wikipedia, which is a mostly open-source online encyclopedia, which contains information about almost everything. Here, I'll show you. It's easier this way. I'm going to bring up a video from a website called The Tube. I think the program has a translator for you." Carr, Agent 3, and the rest of the team watched as Dave pulled up a video from the computer. Oh, here's a video of a cat being cute. I love these! On the screen, a four-limbed furry animal was curled around a human's leg and making rumbling noises. The human appeared to be trying to leave their house, but the cat would not let him leave. Next, a cat was bumping its face against a human, also emitting a calming, rumbling noise. Then, a cat was shown to jump from a ledge directly into the arms of a human, who started stroking it. It began emitting the calming, rumbling noise. Dave yawned and closed the page. Okay, enough cat videos. Don't want to get sucked into that rabbit hole for a few hours. On the page, he hit a button labeled viral. This video just went viral. When I refer to something spreading virally, it means that the information spreads through the internet extremely quickly, where it spreads similarly to the virus. Don't confuse that with a computer virus. It's from a guy called Pyromaniac42069. The video starts. The camera is focused on a guy in his 30s in front of a large control panel in a bunker with glass windows. About 2 kilometers away behind him are 2 dots. Hey guys, this is Pyromaniac here. We're out in Nevada at an old missile range, which shut down 50 years ago. I recently bought an antique Russian T-14 Armada tank from eBay, and today we're going to see what happens when I shoot it with this death ray I made in my garage. Basically, I've created a pump warp field / laser generator. This baby outputs over a terawatt peak power at a half millisecond pulse. Don't worry, though. I made sure there were no aircraft within 200 miles, and I'm wearing top-of-the-line laser goggles. The video moves from his face and zoomed in on the device. On the bed of an 18-wheeler semi-truck sat a huge sphere with a microwave oven on the side. Basically, this sphere here contains a huge explosion. Our fuel is 5 gallons of boron beryllium powder being mixed with a gallon of liquid fluorine via a small explosive charge designed to mix it as well as possible. When this goes off, it releases about 2.5 gigajoules of energy and pumps both this warp generator and this laser. I figured out that when the warp field is generated with such a high energy density, it can essentially warp through matter with no side effect. Anyway, it then delivers 500 megajoules of energy directly into the fuel tank of the MBT. Let's see it works! He then waved to the cameraman, placing a camera in a stationary position pointed at the tank, and another one pointed at the device. The cameraman entered the frame. Both Pyromaniac and the cameraman put on black goggles, inserted a key into a control panel, turned them simultaneously, and hit a huge red button. 1 second later, the microwave on the device opened, emitting a beam of pure white radiant energy, saturating the camera sensor and burning black into the areas, which were viewing the path the laser took through the air. The main battle tank silently disappeared into a huge fireball and shrapnel. Carr, Agent 3, and the team flinched a bit from the sun flash. Whoops! Looks like someone may have filled the ammunition rack to the brim with high explosives! Ha ha! Hopefully the meter of ultra-clear Alon I bought on clearance will stop any heavy shrapnel. It's like bulletproof glass on steroids! Whistling shrapnel flew past, and a boom rattled the bunker they were sitting in. That was epic! Oh, look! The cameraman quickly got the camera and pointed it at the sky, focusing on a flying object. As it got closer, it was clearly a gun barrel which was flying towards the bunker. With an earth-shattering clong, it lodged itself halfway through the Alon panel, directly in front of Pyromaniac and the cameraman, making huge spiderwebs which reached from one end of the bunker to the other. Everyone in the probe team jumped back in shock as they heard maniacal laughter coming from the screen. This was Pyromaniac for 2069 signing out. Stay safe! Video ends. Dave was the first to speak. I love that guy. Imagine what he'd accomplish with government funding. Agent 3 spoke directly to the screen, no longer hiding his presence. That was, civilian? Anyways, what do those videos have to do with how the internet solved a case of sabotage? Oh, hey, are you new here? The team that solved your case was probably just a few billion bored individuals doing what they can to entertain themselves. I'm pretty sure that the guy who sabotaged your probe was found by a teenager who was tracking vehicles and found an inconsistency with the one the guy used to drive in one day. That brought millions of eyes on him with extreme scrutiny on every action he made. That then led to exposing a few mistakes he made covering his tracks, and voila! They're just bored? Well, yes, I mean, you have access to more information than you'd know what to do with, endless entertainment at every hour of the day, and it's kind of draining on people. You have to do new things or it becomes stale and uninteresting. Also, we just like you guys in general. We find you cute. Unfortunately, we can't give you access to our internet due to that being a huge security risk for everyone involved. There was a time a few months ago that a single troll made an actual computer virus, which shut down our entire Earth economy for an hour. We can't risk cross-contamination because I'm sure someone will figure out how to hack you guys. Also, we don't want any alien viruses on our computers yet. Give us another few months and we might be able to set up a cleansed port for you, but it's almost impossible to keep things safe without constant updating. So, basically, your internet is just all of humanity talking to each other like a hive mind, but it's dangerous at the same time? I mean, we have computer viruses, but we have nowhere near that level of networking. What a headache. Agent 3 massaged his forehead with his fingers. Right, Carr. I'm going to report back. Thanks for the help. Seeing as this isn't even a government agency, let alone an intelligence agency, there's no point for me to be here anymore. Good day, Dave. Bye. Who was that dude anyways?